Welcome to the program. Today we will be covering chapter 9 of Zechariah. If you've been following this program of Zechariah, you will notice that we skipped over chapter 8. I thought it best to get more insightful notes in future days. So, while I have some insightful notations to share with you on chapter 9, I will be covering that today. Chapter 9, Judgment on Israel's Enemies. We read, The oracle of the world of the Lord is against the land of Hadrach, and Damascus is its resting place. For the Lord has an eye on mankind, and all the tribes of Israel, and on Hamath also, which borders on it, Tyre and Sidon, though they are very wise. Tyre has built herself a rampart, and heaped up silver like dust, and fine gold like the mud of the streets. But behold, the Lord will strip her of her possessions, and strike down her power on the sea, and she shall be devoured by fire. Ashkelon shall see it and be afraid, Gaza too, and shall writhe in anguish. Ekron also, because its hopes are confounded. The king shall perish from Gaza, Ashkelon shall be uninhabited. A mixed people shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of Philistia. I will take away its blood from its mouth, and its abominations from between its teeth. It too shall be a remnant for our God. It shall be like a clan in Judah, and Ekron shall be like the Jebusites. Then I will encamp at my house as a guard, so that none shall march to and fro. No oppressor shall again march over them, for now I see with my own eyes the coming King of Zion. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he. Humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey. I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the war horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace to the nations. His rule shall be from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. As for you also, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will set your prisoners free from the waterless pit. Return to your stronghold, O prisoners of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double, for I have bent Judah as my bow. I have made Ephraim its arrow. I will stir up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece. The wield you like a warrior's sword. And wield you like a warrior's sword. The Lord will save his people. Then the Lord will appear over them, and his arrow will go forth like lightning. The Lord God will sound the trumpet, and will march forth in the whirlwinds of the south. The Lord of hosts will protect them, and they shall devour and tread down the sling stones, and they shall drink and roar as if drunk with wine, and be full like a bowl, drenched like the corners of the altar. On that day the Lord their God will save them, as the flock of his people, for like the jewels of a crown, they shall shine on his land. For how great is his goodness, and how great his beauty! Grain shall make the young men flourish, and new wine the young women. This concludes our reading. We now analyze the passage. Of course, at the beginning of the chapter, there are prophecies made regarding the fates of great civilizations like Tyre, Gaza, and Ekron. It depicts in detail Tyre's demise. which of course, as we know, if you study history, that this actually occurs, the destruction met by the Romans. Now, as for specific notations, we go to verse 9 of the coming King of Zion. In this area, we have, "Behold, your king is coming to you, righteous, and having salvation is he, humble, and mounted on a donkey." This is the prophecy of the Messiah fulfilled in Jesus that we can find in Mark in the New Testament, as opposed to Zechariah, which is in the Old Testament. Then we move later to verse 13, in which we see, "I will stir up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece." Now, this is emphasizing the global aspect of Christ, emphasizing that the Messiah is coming for all. This is, of course, up to interpretation. Verse 16. "On that day the Lord their God will save them as the flock of his people." So this would be fulfilling the purpose of the incarnate Son of God. And then the end of the chapter references, "Grain shall make the young men flourish, and the new wine the young women." And this might be a possible reference to the Lord's Supper before the words of institution are spoken. This concludes our program for today. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. If you like our content more generally, again, I would suggest you do that. Like and comment if you have anything constructive to say, or just simply liked the video, or want to tell me something interesting. Thank you for joining us. God bless you all, and we look forward to seeing you later. Have a good day.